Scottish Mudlarking here with Nicole and Craig. Today we are just outside Montrose below the Scurdie Ness Lighthouse, and we found a little beach here. So we thought, we're looking at the lighthouse, why not do a little bit of beachcombing? So let's see what we can find.
So we just popped down onto the beach here, just underneath this amazing lighthouse, another one of the Stevens lighthouses, and we've popped down to the beach here to see if there's any sea glass in this area. As I was joking with Nicole earlier on, the sea glass depends on whether or not the old lighthouse keepers drunk a lot and flung their bottles out the window. But we've seen a couple of wee bits, but it's really nice down here as well. It's just lovely with the waves coming in. But I think we might have to go a wee bit further along the coast here, maybe in that direction. Oh, I tell you what though,
We're going to get cut off if we're up there.
yeah, I know, but what I can see right up in front of us there is there's a big open patch there with lots and lots of scree. So we'll head over there and see if we can find anything.
Oh, there's definitely some really nice shells here. Some that I haven't seen before. A few bits of beach plastic.
What I thought that was though, I kind of thought that might be a bit of milk glass, but it wasn't. It was shells. Now we see there's a tiny wee bit of green there. Another kind of thing that we'd want. Is that glass? It is glass.
Aha, yeah, that looks fairly modern. But the infrastructure here is older, so we might be in luck.
Well, I've just spotted something pretty cool right in front of us. There's a piece of green sea glass up there, but right down here.
Oh, that's really cool. That's probably from an old ginger beer bottle.
Right, this is one of Nicole's favourite finds. Hope you can see it. I'm going to have to angle the camera there.
Oh, can you see the metal bit is still around it?
Yeah, that's this bit that Nicole's talking about. Maybe we can turn that over and we'll see. Does it say anything? There's a mark on it.
No.
It's just a crack, I think, isn't it?
Oh no, there is a little bit of writing there.
Oh,
you can
yeah,
just
yeah.
make out a tiny bit. I mean, oops, I can't read it right at the minute. Maybe if we take a different light to it, but that's really cool. I'm probably going to have to remove this very sharp metal piece here.
Sharp, rusty, dangerous bit.
But it's usually gone.
Let's have that then. And I think what we're going to have to do is think. Oh, actually, just before we do leave this area, there's a really lovely and well frosted wee bit of sea glass there. It's just a wee nugget.
Oh, that's really nice. Let's turn it around. Alright, yeah, there's a tiny kind of almost like a striation mark. Maybe it was trapped in one of these rocks. So yeah, we're taking that.
Okie dokes. Now, the question is, do we want to look here any longer? Or do we want to get a little bit further up the coast?
We've got a friend coming.
We do. We have a friend coming. Oh, there it is.
Hello.
Hello, friendly dog. I think you've been called. We're just making our way a wee bit along the coast here. Now, do you know what would be magical? If those dolphins that we saw earlier on just passed us by right close here. I'm not even sure if there's any footage that I can use. I'll maybe try and get some of the footage from the iPhone, because I suspect that is going to be a lot better. You'll actually get a sense of those dolphins.
They're so gentle looking, eh? So close now.
Yeah. Now, lots of stones here, lots of shingle, and we're used to finding wee bits and bobs in that shingle. And there we go, there's a wee bit. Now, I don't know a lot about stones, but that is beautiful.
That might be jasper.
You think?
Usually when we find red stones, somebody says, oh, that's probably jasper. So I'm going to go with this might be jasper. It's really pretty.
It really is. And it's really bright red.
Mm.
Now, I've seen a couple of these here. Now, we're not rock hounding, we're sea glassing. And there's a wee gem, just really nicely frosted there. So maybe we could grab that up and just keep keep our eyes peeled to the ground for a minute or two. Now, now, I think Nicole had just passed this bit a minute ago and tried to get my attention whilst I was away hunting that tiny wee bit of green.
I did, yeah, because I spotted this, and this is a really big bit. Now I'm kind of thinking it's probably from a cod bottle. Now, if there's a cod bottle piece there, what does that mean?
Means there's a marble.
Somewhere here. Yep, that's definitely thick. Looks like a cod bottle piece. It's a tiny bit shiny on the top, but otherwise it's really nicely frosted. So I think we are going to be able to make that into a pendant.
Maybe swoop that up.
Yeah.
We have a limited amount of time here. Just looking across at the rocks here, just, you know, the quartz in here as well. It's quite amazing, quite pretty. But as I say, we're not rock hounding, not really our thing. It's fun to do now and again. Now, there's a wee bit of sea glass, quite a shiny bit this one. So I'm guessing that that's probably been about a couple of weeks ago.
There's a lovely white bit over here. It's between the stones. It's just over there if you can see it.
Let's swoop up that wee bit of sea glass.
Yep.
As I say, we're not picking up any rocks and stones, really just looking for the sea glass, but Nicole is keeping an eye on this because it's creeping up on us.
Yeah, you can see the tide is coming in a lot higher. There's a lot of algae down here, so we've got to be careful. We don't know how the tide is coming in this beach. We've not been here before.
Do you know what though, I mean, we can see where the tide line is generally. You can see where the line of seaweed's there. Now it obviously breaks further back there as well on a high tide, but I don't know what kind of tide we've got today, but we just have to keep our eyes peeled to the ground whilst we can. Do you know what, I think we should move a little bit further up the bay here, just as I said that Nicole pointed out. Now I thought you were pointing at this.
No,
which is just an awful, it's a wee shiny bit of white glass, or this. Now what is that? Is that plastic?
Mussel shell, plastic, sea glass.
I think that's shell actually, isn't it? No, it's not, it's glass.
Is it?
Yeah, well it might be plastic actually.
Alright, well we'll take it off the beach either way, but I thought it's that lovely piece of pottery. And that's
what Nicole saw.
Yeah, it looks like it might have been a bit of blue willow pattern or something akin to that, so we're taking that.
Yeah. Now, there's a wee bit of scree just up ahead with smaller rocks in it, so I think we're going to have a wee look in there and see what we can find.
So I've come along to this kind of scree area here, and it looks quite promising. Now I can already see there's one bit of pottery here. Looks like the bottom of an old Victorian jar. Now I have found just in this area these two pieces of really nice sea foam. Now this one, I'm really liking that one because it's difficult with one hand. It's really nice and frosted. Look, next to the other one that's a little less frosted. So that's promising. I'm sure there are lots of treasures here, and if we had oodles and oodles of time, we would stay longer, but I think the tides are coming in now. So let's see, there's driftwood here. There's lots of driftwood here. I think somebody's probably put it up above the tide line so they can take it home at some point. Let's see what else is here. Oh, there's a piece of plastic and a piece of sea glass. That's cool. Okay, so we'll take the piece of plastic. Take that first. Oh, it keeps going. Bit of rope. Take that, and now let's have a look at this one. Oh, that's nice. I hope you can see that. There's actually an M and an O on it. This one, and we are just we're in Montrose. Just outside of Montrose, so that's an old bottle, not very frosted, but I'm taking that anyway. And you know, there's got to be a cod marble somewhere here. I keep seeing that. I'm sure of it. Okay, so if there's anything else in this area here. lots of really amazing pebbles. Oh, and a bit of pottery. Now this looks like it's a tile. It's got a kind of a lavender glaze here, quite thick. I love collecting tiles, but they're very thick, so they're relatively unsuitable for jewellery, I think. If they're smaller, then they could be made into something. So there's a lovely piece of lavender wall tile. What else is here? Something that looks a little bit like it might be a hagstone, maybe at some point. Not sure. There's that glass over there. This looks a bit like pirate glass. No, it's not. It's a pebble. But there's another piece of pottery. I think we've come to the right area. Oh, that's my favourite pattern. It's the Grecian pattern. You can just see it here. Just the edge of a plate, I think. And it's a kind of a grey print pattern. It's probably one of the most common patterns we find here in Scotland, right after the blue willow pattern. Let's see what else is here. Oh, yeah. I'm sure you can see it. It's right in the centre of the screen. I think, at least I think it is. Now, if that's not like the bottom of a ginger beer bottle, remember we found that stopper first thing, and said, oh, it's probably from a ginger beer bottle, just like this one. And I really like this one. You see the different sort of it's probably the top is probably the grey glaze, and then there's a kind of beige area, and inside really nice. You can see the swirls that the potter made when he made this. Now, I'm not sure there's anything on this. Let's see. Oh, there might be a little mark there. There it is. I think it says Governcroft. Very difficult to read, but not a mark that we found before, because we usually on the Firth of Forth, and there we find pieces from Preston Pans or other areas. So that's very cool. I'm taking this. This is perfect for finds, by the way. So you know, you can just put them all in there, and that's you. Now let's see what Craig's found.
Now Nicole's having a wee look a bit closer up to the line that the tide breaks in. And I'm just having a wee peek down here in this scree. I've just seen this wee bit. Oh, that's quite nice. I think that's been a bit of a bottom, possibly. But it's a very nice rounded feeling. It's really nicely frosted, quite shiny on the inside, because I think it's been protected in there. I wonder if it could actually be a bit of a bottleneck. Anyway, we'll take that along. I'd suspect if we get further along to town in that direction, we might find some more. There's definitely been people here for quite some time. The old fishing village, and there's got to be stuff there. Now look at that. I thought that was a wishing stone because it had that circle. Hope you can see the circle there. But once you turn it over, I'm not sure what that is. Very cool though. I'll maybe just take that to show it to Nicole and we'll see. Now just ahead of that is this wee piece. Now I think that's shell, it's not milk glass after all. Now, what else can we see? That's a very nice wee bit. I hope you can see there's a few a few wee flecks, cracks, maybe striation lines. Not sure exactly what they are, but it's a very, very, very nicely frosted piece of sea glass. We've got sea foam there. Now, Nicole has caught up with me. So, how have you been doing?
Well, I can show you what I've been finding. I found a couple of pieces of shell, a piece of sea glass, and a piece of beach plastic.
Okay, I'm going to hand you this stuff.
Okay.
Now,
Oh.
that is just quite weird because it has that circle around it. The green bits, kind of jube shape on that side, a wee bit shiny there, it might put you off it a bit.
Yeah.
And that bit's just tiny. So I'm going to come around here and we'll take a closer look at what Nicole's found.
Yeah, so yours is on the left hand side and mine is on the right hand side. So
who wins? This one or that?
well, I think we both were lucky we found one piece of really nice sea glass. I like this piece of shell because it looks like a wing, so I might frame that. So yeah, that's what we've been finding. That's very nice. Do you know, swing top stopper, so that was really lucky find, I think. I'm not sure there's very much around here, but maybe that's a good thing.
Do you know, it's actually quite amazing because we weren't going to come down here today,
No.
and then I saw this lighthouse when we were in the bay up in Montrose, and I thought, well, it'd be quite nice to just take a walk up there. Nicole agreed. We decided to come along, and then we get to see dolphins,
Yeah.
and you get to find one of your favourite finds, a swing top stopper.
Yeah, I think all in, it's a win-win day.
Yeah. Now what I think we should do is, we should maybe head back along the coast here a wee bit. Maybe try another couple of minutes up on this wee bit of the coast here and see if there's anything we can find amongst these stones.
So amazing. It's another swing top stopper. Oh, and this one, it's got some writing on it. Now I can't actually make it out just now with the light, but I'll try and include something. But I think it might say Montrose right in the middle. That's really cool. And let's see where we find this.
Can you see Nicole? It's just up there. Now I've come a wee bit further up the coast to see if I can see anything up here. Now there's not been a huge amount of finds here today, but you know, there's got to be some stuff here. We found that swing top stopper after all, and that can't be the only thing that's here. Now that, again, a wee bit of shell, but there's a wee tiny bit of green here, and I think now that I'm down on the ground, I might stand a wee bit of a better chance of finding some things. Now that's totsy, that's really, really wee, but I can see just up ahead of that there is actually a wee bit of pottery, so I'll take that and we'll have a wee look. Can you see the pottery? It's right there. Now I wonder if there's anything anything on the other side of that. You know what you say, you see a bit of plain pottery, you've always got to turn it over because you never know what could be on the other side. So the big reveal, oh, that's really lovely. Oh, such a shame. I hope you can see that. So there's a beautiful, beautiful dark floral pattern. I guess that's got to be transfer wear, but that pattern has been interrupted along here. This must be the edge of a bowl, but it's so thick, such a thick piece of pottery, but a really beautiful wee design. So we've got to take that, can't leave that behind. Let's have that. I'm not sure what we'll be able to do with it, probably nothing. My head up putting it back after all. Now there's a wee shell here, and right beside it there's a lovely wee bit of green sea glass. Now we've found a couple of bits of green sea glass here today. This is the wee shell. Now I don't know if that's whole or it's like a wee bucky shell, but I don't know if that's the kind that we're collecting for the project in Answer or Einster. Is it Einster? I think it's Einster. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking nonsense here. And we'll maybe just grab that wee bit of green. Grab that now, and we'll see if that is the kind of thing that we're looking for. Now, what else can we see here? Shells. Too many shells. There's a really nice shell just up ahead of me. And of course there's that lighthouse. It's looking ominous just now. And we've got a Haar coming back in. Today when we first got here, the entire area was coated, or cloaked rather, in a haar, and you could barely see in front of your nose. Now that is an awesome wee find. Look at that. Now that is most certainly, I think without a doubt at all, is a bottom. We can see that. It is super thick and chunky though, that glass. It's battered more than frosted, very shiny in here, and it has some stamp or other, or maybe that's a mould mark, I'm not sure, right at the bottom there. Now I'm going to take that along. I'm going to catch up with Nicole and let her see what I found, and with any luck, oh, do you know what, there's the last wee bit. Another wee bit of sea glass there. Oh, you can see that on top of there. There's a wee bit of clear sea glass. Anyway, I'm going to take these finds along, show them to Nicole, and hopefully she's found something pretty cool as well. Now would you look at that? That's not a wishing stone. It just has so much going on though in terms of the quartz content. It's one of the things that I noticed when I was walking up here, and I'll show you when I'm on the way back. There are some stones here and some parts of the rock formation that are just so intriguing. But that, do you know what, I don't think that's its best side. I think that's its best side. It looks far more interesting and intriguing that way around. At least that's what I think. Now, there's Nicole. Let's catch up with Nicole and we'll see what she's found. Now, I did find a wishing stone whilst I was coming up here, and I think you can see it just now. So, I'm going to dash along here first and we'll take a wee look at that. It's definitely not the size a wishing stone that we can take with us, but it is very cool nonetheless. I know what you're thinking. This one just has the one line. That other one that we just saw, it was crisscrossed with lines. This one has an amazing thick line there, a very thin line just in the bottom side here. But I don't think it's the kind of wishing stone we can do very much with. Certainly not for the calendars. So, let's catch up with Nicole.
Do you want to see what I found?
Yes, I certainly do. But you know what? I've set up my find just over there. What I've done is, I say set up. What I mean is, I've ditched them on a stone. So maybe if you can pop your finds down beside that lot, and we'll take a look at our best finds of the day.
Okay, let's do that. Well, I've got these that you've just gave me. Now I've got everything that I found. Okay, I'll start with the good stuff.
Some nice plastic there, yeah. I think we can all agree. Maybe stick that at the back, because it's basically masking everything else. Okay, it's super huge.
Shell there. Okay, a few other things. Okay, oops. There we go.
Quite a bit of plastic actually, right?
Yeah, there's a couple of bits of plastic here. I think it's not too bad, but we are quite a bit away from anywhere really. So what else is here? Yeah, this circuit board is really cool. So I've got quite a few bits of circuit board in a bag that I've set aside when I was looking through plastic. There's a bit of tile here, purple wall tile. Yeah, lid. Oh, I found this piece of pottery here. Lovely Grecian pattern. I hope you can see that.
Yeah, now I found that bit, that's much more of a kind of floral transfer wear design than that.
Yeah.
So would that have been sponge wear or transfer wear? Or painted?
Oh, go.
Oh, we're going to have to go and find out another time, folks. We can't. We could hum and ho all day.
Yeah, and then I found this lovely piece of cod bottle, and that's really exciting because there's actually MO on it, and we're in Montrose, so that's probably from a local brewery, and it's a piece of cod bottle.
Hope you can see the MO.
Yeah. And oh, the last bit is this tiny bit here. It's perfect for this for the stopper, an old ginger beer bottle bottom.
Now there's a couple other bits and bobs that we can't quite identify. There's this, not quite sure what that is. Is it mineral? Is it metal? Is it? I'm not entirely sure. This now, does that count as a wishing stone? What do you reckon? Because there is an O in it. We've definitely got these two wishing stones.
Yeah.
Now that one's a wee bit chunky. That one, the wish is on the top there. Now I'll pop that there. There's a couple of wee bits of sea glass in there that you might not have seen very clearly as we've been moving things around. Or maybe you have, but there's some really nice sea glass there as well. That's a nice bit, that's a nice bit, that's a nice bit.
Yeah, and that's a nice bit too. I found this bit here, that's a really nice kind of drop shape. Yeah, I don't know, does it count if the wishing line is on the top? As far as I know, it's just one line that is supposed to go around the stone, and that one definitely does go around the stone.
Definitely does. Let's scoop that up, and well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll head on back to the car and we'll see. Maybe we can pop down at another bay when we're going there, or maybe we'll just have to wait for another day.
Let's see how it goes. It was definitely well worth coming here. We saw dolphins on the way here, and we found a swing-top stopper and some sea glass. So what's not to love? Oh, and there's a lighthouse here. So it only remains for me to say thank you so much for watching, liking and commenting. If you haven't subscribed yet, please take a minute to subscribe. An extra special thanks goes out to everybody who's been supporting the channel through Etsy and through Ko-fi. That makes a massive difference, and it keeps the lights on. See you next week.